Hello again, it's me. I have a really great meal planned for tonight and I think you're gonna really want to make it. But first, there's a few things that happened today that were really special, and I just wanted to give a shout out to our friends Maya and Brittany Pomerleau in Maine, who had their beautiful baby boy Leighton today, and he is just precious, and we're so happy for you and Lisa and Mike, grandparents. Also, we went to, and that's like the highlight of the day. They're a beautiful couple, and they mean a lot to John and I. So the other thing that happened today is we got to one of our clients, and they got a new dog. And some of you may have seen the pictures of little Blaze on my Facebook today. And he is just adorable. And he and Mocha together are really nice. And I know that Vicky and Mike are really going to enjoy the dog because they're huge animal lovers like we are. And we brought them a little ramp that they can use to help them get up on the bed, like a portable ramp. Anyway, so that was nice. That was great news there as well. And I also was able to get to the post office and pick up my package from my friend Brenda, the most creative, talented, wonderful case manager that I worked with for 5 years at Full Circles, and now she's starting a new job today at Maine General, and they are so lucky to have this dynamo. I mean, she is just all about people, loves people, and to know her is to love her. So very excited for Brenda. Nobody deserves it more. And I also got to finally, after being in line with about 44 people at the post office, I got my friends Sue and Des and Judy's packages mailed. They're supposed to be there on Friday, along with another package that's coming from Brenda, from me to you guys. So anyway, lots of good news, very exciting. And the weather's been beautiful, and I got to make this wonderful meal tonight to share with you. So to start with, okay, I made some baked stuffed, crab meat stuffed mushrooms, okay? I'm gonna put them in the oven. I'm gonna tell you just how to make them so that you can see what they look like when they come out in about 20 minutes or so, okay? They're right down there. Got my light on so I can keep an eye on them. But they should go for at least 20 minutes because you want them to get a little bit of a crispness on the top, which they should because I put lots of butter. Remember, everything's better with butter. So, how to make the crab meat, baked stuffed crab meat mushrooms? Super easy. I mean, you can do this. They come out as good, if not better, than you would get in any fine restaurant. I use canned crab meat. You can use fresh if you have it, but I use canned, and I've used fresh before, and I can't tell the difference. So what I did was I took 2 sleeves. I make a lot of this because what I don't use for one appetizer for us for a meal, I'll put it in a sandwich bag and flatten it out and put it in the freezer and label it. So if I need to take an hors d'oeuvre somewhere, or we want to have baked stuffed mushrooms, all I gotta do is take it out of the freezer, put it in the mushrooms, put some Swiss cheese on it, and in she goes. Super easy. The oven is on 350. We're gonna check them in 20 minutes. So what you do is you take 2 sleeves of Ritz crackers and crush them. And I take my meat mallet, the flat side, and I put them in a Ziploc bag, and then I just pound them away until they're super fine, okay? Put them in a bowl, and then you're going to take half of a green or red, I used red this last time, red bell pepper, and chop it up as fine as you can, along with a half of a small onion. Add a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, and then you're going to take the stems out of the mushrooms. I use baby portobellos, that's what I like mostly. And when you take the stems off, you can put those stems in a baggie and just put them in your produce drawer because you can use them for other things. You know, you can put them on salads or whatever instead of tossing them. When I make them initially, I chop up the stems and put them inside the stuffing. But of course, if you do them after that and you already have it in the freezer, then you want to just do something else with the stems, and you don't want to waste them. So then I take my little dish like you saw. In this particular one, I have 12 because I'm sharing with my neighbors. and I hollowed them out, and to the Ritz crackers, the green or red pepper, onions, and seasonings, I add the salt and pepper, and then I add about between half to 3/4 of a stick of melted butter. And then, depending on the consistency, you don't want them to be dry, but you don't want them to be too wet, because if they're too wet, then it's gonna run all over the place, and it's not gonna be firm when you cut into it, and that's what you want. So what you want to do is just add a little bit of warm water or cold water. It doesn't really matter. Just try it and keep going until it's about the consistency that you would have for stuffing if you were stuffing a turkey or a chicken or something. Okay. Then you put it in the caps. Like I said, I brush the whole pan with butter. I brush the mushrooms with butter. I put I take one slice of Swiss cheese and I divide it into 8 pieces. I put one small piece on the bottom of the mushroom, and then the stuffing, and then another small piece like you saw on those on top, and then they just go in and they bake. And that's it, okay? So that's the baked stuffed mushrooms. I don't think that I've made them and put them on one of my videos, but if you guys want to go to my YouTube page and check it out, it might be on there. I seem to think I did make them, but I don't remember if I was recording that or not. So anyway, that's what we're having tonight. The other thing that I have going on is in the crock pot, I have a piece of flank steak, as I've told you before. Flank steak was a total mystery to me until I met John, and he kept saying, you gotta try it, you gotta try it. And I said, okay, and well, finally we did. We use it now for stir fry, for just steak, period, or whatever. It's excellent, it's much less expensive. And we're just having a little bit tonight because we have quite a bit of food going on here. But this is just a small piece of flank steak. And I put my Apple Smoked BBQ Sauce in there. I put it on high for about 1 hour after we got out of work, and now it's on warm because I'm sure that it's going to be done and it's fine. Okay, the next thing I'm really excited about, besides the fact that I've got my corn all steamed to go with this dinner as well, is I'm going to make for you what is called an Italian sandwich salad. And this is such a good salad. I mean, it's everything that is in an Italian sandwich, at least where I grew up in the state of Maine. I used to buy my Italian sandwiches at the corner store because they make them so well, my favorite. And this is pretty much what that is. The only thing is you're gonna start with a 1-pound box of rotini. You could use bow tie pasta, you could use penne. I like this because it kind of grabs everything. It grabs all the flavors because of the ridges in there. Okay, so I have everything that goes into an Italian. I have chopped tomatoes. I have a slice that came about this big of Smithfield ham that I chopped up. I chopped up half of a green bell pepper and half of a small onion. I got a piece of white American cheese at the deli, and I had them slice it about 1 inch thick, and next time I'm only going to have them slice it a 1/2 inch because it's really, it gave me, I still got half of this in there, and I'm not sure that I'll use it because I don't use a whole lot of processed cheese or American cheese. But in this, you gotta have it. And then I've got chopped sandwich stackers, pickles, okay? So that's everything, and also sliced olives. Then on the side here, I made some Italian dressing. I didn't have any in the house. I don't usually buy dressings, so I didn't have any, but I had some red wine vinaigrette wishbone in there that was given to me by one of my clients who was cleaning out her cabinets, and I thought, this might not work real good for this Italian sandwich salad, so I decided to make my own. So what this is it's a 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, a 1/2 cup of red wine vinegar, a tablespoon of Italian leaf parsley, 1 smashed garlic clove. If you have, a mincer, you can use that. I smashed mine again with the mallet. And a tablespoon of oregano, a teaspoon of sea salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of coarse ground pepper. And then you just shake it all up. Now, taste it after you make it, because if you like it with a little more tang in it, you want to add some more red wine vinegar. And that's what I did, because it called for 1/4 cup, and I think I ended up putting about 1/2 because it wasn't tangy enough for me. Okay? So then what you're going to do is everything is going to go into this bowl with the pasta. This is so good. It's one of those salads that, I mean, you totally get the whole Italian sandwich thing, but what's really nice is the longer it sits, that cheese kind of melts into the pasta when it's in the fridge. So it's really good, you know, for 2 or 3 days. I'm making a lot because guess what? Taking some to my neighbors. And I'm just hoping that all this is going to fit in this bowl, because at this moment, I do not have a bigger bowl than this. So hopefully it's going to work out. And if it doesn't, I can always dump it into my big pot. I think I might do that anyway, because I don't have enough 2 bowls. So let's do that. Plan B. I've been waiting to get some, Pioneer Woman has some really beautiful cookware at Walmart, and I really want to get her set of bowls. And John and I have been looking for them ever since Christmas, because I really do need some larger bowls to, you know, mix things in at times. So this I'm going to move right over here, and this is going to work just fine for right now. And then I'll divide it into what I need to divide it into. So the pasta, the ham, peppers, onions. And that goes. I think I dropped a pickle. Yep, I did. Oh well. Okay. So now, and if you like more of one thing than another, or if you don't like, say, you know, pickles or whatever, if you don't like tomatoes or whatever, I mean, you can make it your own. You could also use salami instead of ham. I have never tried it, but I love salami, so I think that might be fine. So, and then to that, I have a can of sliced olives. If you like them whole, or if you like to buy them whole and slice them in half, you can do that too. I just went for the easy route. And I think that's probably enough for the olives. I will save these for another time or something. Okay, and then to that, I'm going to add approximately half of this. Yeah, it's nice and tangy. It's good. It really holds up well with the pasta. I guess I got a little more than half. That's okay. We don't use Italian dressing a whole lot, but we'll finish that up, I'm sure. So then you want to just mix that all in with everything that's in there. And then, very important, salt and pepper. I mean, if you ever have bought an Italian sandwich, you know that olive oil, salt and pepper have to be on top. This is a really delicious salad, and you could just make this and just have this for dinner. I mean, I decided to add a few other things just for fun. So here it is. Set that right there for a moment. See how my mushrooms are doing. Oh, they're doing good. Just a couple more minutes. Okay, while we're waiting for that, I will get this divided into containers for my neighbors. That way I will have room for everything in my white bowl, like I thought I would. Hopefully, anyway. I'll get those right in the fridge where they can be chilling. And I think I actually have a smaller bowl that will work just right with what's left for us. Hi, Sophie. Did you come out to help, or did you come out to test? Huh? I bet you came out to test. There might be some steak in your future, girl. Now, I would suggest that you let this chill for about an hour. I mean, you can definitely leave it in longer, but an hour at least, okay? And then see, you know, when you get ready to eat, if you think it needs more salt and pepper or a little more dressing or whatever, go ahead and add it then. But chilling it makes a big difference. My little thing on my slider on my plastic wrap is turned all sideways for some reason. Giving me a little problem, but you got it all set. Okay, so that's just going to chill like so. Okay, and I think the mushrooms are done. Yep. Look at those, huh? Ouch. There they are. Let me tell you, they're yum. You can do this. It's very easy. So I'm going to leave these in here so they stay warm for us and just turn the oven off for a little bit. And there you have it, dinner. I hope you guys are trying some of my recipes, and especially try this. And if you like baked stuffed mushrooms, those are super easy to do, and I think you can do it. So thanks for checking in. Make sure to check me out on YouTube. If there's recipes that you missed before, there's a bunch on there, so you can go check them out and try some of them, and let me know what you're making, how they come out, and how you like it, okay? So thanks. Can you say bye to everybody? She says, well, I don't know. I'm really more interested in the meal. Thanks for checking in, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.